Welcome to State of Wellbeing, a podcast from South Dakota State University. The State of Wellbeing is a holistic well-being podcast with the goal of supporting the campus community as we strive to be a growing, high-performing, and healthy university. Welcome to episode 1 of State of Wellbeing Podcast. I'm Caitlin Walters, the Wellbeing Specialist here on campus.
Hi, I'm Shari Landmark, and I am the Chief Wellness Officer.
Hello, my name is Michaela Willis, and I'm the Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management.
So really this episode is meant to kick off the podcast, and we're going to introduce ourselves, introduce some new positions here on campus, and then introduce kind of what to expect coming from State of Wellbeing moving forward.
Great. So we've made some changes at the university as part of our Pathway to Premier 2030 strategic plan, and one of those changes is really to lift up and enhance wellness and well-being across the university. One of the ways that we've done that I'm really excited about is with Shari's new position as our Chief Wellness Officer. She's going to be continuing to provide some really great leadership to wellness work and initiatives across the university, not only for students but also for faculty and staff. In addition, we added a brand new position to our structure, and that is Caitlin's position as our Wellbeing Specialist, to really take the work that's being done around wellness and bring it out across the university community. So both of those are really tied into our strategic plan, which really showcases wellness and well-being throughout, whether that's working with students in our transformative education mission or being a growing, high-performing, healthy university. You can see it really throughout the entire strategic plan, and we're just super excited to continue to build on the great work that we've already been doing around wellness.
Yeah, in 2008, we opened the Wellness Center, and we were one of the first buildings, comprehensive buildings in the United States to have the recreation, the counseling, the student health all in one building, kind of that one-stop shop. And we have really focused on the 7 dimensions of wellness for the last 15 years or so. And as we've noticed with the new strategic plan and moving forward, well-being is not going away. And I think something that people need to understand is the definition of well-being is really the state of being comfortable, healthy, and happy. And that's different for each and every one of us, but hopefully with this new initiative and with our podcasts, we can give you some of those resources that are already existing, but also connect others to maybe some new resources to kind of find their why.
Yeah, and Shari, I wanted to ask you, because you have been here for a long time, but you're stepping into a new role. What are some things that you're excited about stepping into this role, especially as it ties into that strategic plan and all the focus that's been put on improving well-being here on campus?
I think what's really exciting is to be able to kind of reach out a little further in and deeper into the university and really look at maybe some systematic change of how we can just make, whether it's in the syllabi and maybe it's assignment times that instead of maybe having something due at midnight, let's have it due at 7 p.m. So if we're really looking at promoting sleep and having proper sleep, is that the best thing to do? We also met this morning about the sensory-friendly hours or spaces on campus and really looking at how we can incorporate that across campus to help others as well, whether it's if they have migraines or just a sensory issue, just to be able to kind of decompress and have that time during the week. But and just create efficiencies and awareness, I think, is going to be really exciting.
Absolutely. I think what's really exciting for me is that there's already so much work that's been going on this campus towards well-being, towards wellness initiatives, and I'm just excited to step in and kind of help support those initiatives that have been going on. So, like, this podcast is a great example of an extension of good work that's been happening for several years here on campus. I think really to get into what the podcast is going to be and to introduce the podcast a little bit more, our idea for this podcast is that it is a holistic well-being podcast that is going to focus on different aspects of wellness and well-being here on campus. We're going to bring in experts and have hosts that are really passionate about the topics that they're talking about. And we're going to just really hopefully provide helpful information, tips, different conversations surrounding well-being and wellness. Some of our upcoming episodes that we're really excited about, we'll be bringing in Stephanie and Amanda Jansen from the Counseling Center, and they're going to be talking about our new stepped care model, which we are really excited about. It's been really wonderful to see that change over this first semester. We've also highly requested have an episode on anxiety. We'll be bringing in Jeremy and Julia to talk about anxiety and discuss different tips, different tricks on how to manage your anxiety and how to deal with that, and then different resources that we have here on campus to help you with that as well. And so we've got a long list of topics. I think it goes all the way into next year. We've got a lot of really exciting things that we'll be working on with this podcast, and so we're looking forward to bringing that out.
So to kind of wrap up this issue of the podcast, would just like to reinforce that this university really has a leadership team that is committed to wellness and well-being. It's highly personal to me. I'm really excited about the work that we're doing around this and can't wait to see what additional things we can do. The best way for us as a university to be healthy and serve others, which is part of our mission, is if our employees and our students are happy and healthy and committed to being a part of this really engaging community. So thank you for all of the work that you're doing, and know that this is a priority. This is important to us, and we look forward to seeing all of the great work that's to come.
Thank you all for being here. Thank you for listening to this episode of State of Wellbeing, a podcast from South Dakota State University. This podcast is brought to you by the Mental Wellbeing Team and SD State Health.